All right, we need to finish up our 8.7 notes. There was one big idea we did not get to yesterday, which was the area of a sector. So in your notes, you should be filling in our first and second steps. First thing we do is find the area of the whole circle. The second thing we do is solve the proportion. You also need to get the proportion written down. So our proportion says we start off with the degree of the sector over 360. So a sector is like a slice of pie. So if you want to also get a diagram copied down, filled in. This would be a sector here that I'm shading in with the red. The degree of it is going to be the measure of this angle here that I made. So for example, this could be like 80 degrees or something. You're going to have to be told the degree of the sector in order to be able to find its area. That is something that will be given to you. The other side of your proportion, so the other fraction on the other side of the equal sign is x over the area of the circle. So remember that was found in the first step. You have to find the area of the whole circle, which means one of these radii would have to be given to you. And then this x represents the area of the sector. So that's what you're trying to find. All right, we've got two examples down at the bottom. You need to be filling in your circles, your diagrams. On the first one, if it's a little hard to see, that they measured that at 150 degrees. The second one, the sector is 100 degrees. They also marked the radii for us in each of those. We haven't done it yet. Just getting started. Keon? Good. The first thing we have to do, step one, is find the area of our circle. So we need to know the whole area on number 7. So Keon started giving us our area formula for a circle. We talked about that yesterday. What was it? Pi r squared. So capital A, that's the area of the whole circle. So on number 7, my capital A, or area, is equal to pi times what squared? 5. My radius is 5. What is 5 squared? 25. And we take pi times 25. What do we get? 78 point what? 0.5. We all agree with that? Yeah. Okay. So then, once we have that, we set up our proportion that we need to solve. Love it. So the proportion starts off with the degree of our sector. So we found the area of the whole circle. Now we need to set up that proportion. So remember, a proportion is two fractions set equal to each other. It says that we need the degree of our sector. What is it? 150. That's the angle they marked in that shaded space. 150 degrees over what number? 360. That doesn't change because a circle has 360 degrees in it total. Is equal to what's going in the top of our other fraction? No. The top. An x. That's what we're looking for. The bottom is our whole area of the entire circle, which was that 78.5 that we found. Now what do we have to do? Cross multiply. 360 times x
360x.
is 360x equals. We have to take 150 times 78.5.
11,000.
We all agree with that? Okay, last step. Divide by 360. What do we get for x? 32.7. What should our units be? Meters squared, because we were finding area. The direction said find the area of the shaded sector. Okay, on this last one, I'm going to take some of the directions away so I've got some space to work above it. What's my first step on these? Find the area of the whole circle. So on this second one, A equals pi times what squared? 7 squared. Now we didn't talk about this much on the first one, I kind of just jumped to it. What do we need to do next? Square the 7. So the pi stays. Pi times 49.
153.9.
Okay. And we could put our units on that, but that's not our final answer. So if you don't put your units there, I'm okay with it. Next, we need to set up our proportion. What's going in the top on the left side? 100, our degree of our sector. What about the bottom on the left? Always 360, the degree of the whole circle. On the top right, X, that's what I'm looking for. On the bottom right, that area we just found, the 153.9. Next, cross multiply. 360x equals
15,390.
Yeah, we just have to move that decimal point 2 spaces. 15,390. It's getting a little squished. We divide by 360. Do we agree with 42.8?
Yeah.
What are my units?
Centimeters squared.
Centimeters squared. I do want units on a final answer if they put them in the problem.